But I'd like to turn the attention to Iran. Since Congress failed to stop the president's Iranian deal, we've watched Iran launch 2 ICBMs. We've watched him put missile strikes in Camp Liberty. We've watched him embolden and, to a degree, influence the Shia militia. To your point about reconciliation between the Sunnis and the Shia, as Iranian influence begins to be emboldened, I don't see how a Sunni reconciliation can occur without checking Iran. And there's reports, and I believe they're valid, that as the Shia militia went through its anti-Sunni rallying cries and battle cries, and my fear in Ramadi, although I think that we were wise in to put the Iraqi military in charge of that operation rather than the Shia militia, as that territory is gained, if the result is simply the Shia militia and a greater Iranian influence in the Anbar province, I think that is perilous. How concerned are you about Iranian influence in Iraq and Syria?
So I'll go first here. You know, I'm deeply concerned about Iran. The nuclear issue is not the only problem that we have with the Iranians. We've got a long list of problems with the Iranians. Number one, they want to be the hegemonic power in the region. They want to call the shots. They want the influence. It's not incorrect to say that they want to reestablish the Persian Empire. And it's not just this government, it's not just this supreme leader, it goes way back in Iranian history. The Shah wanted to do it. So that's number one. That's not in our interest, in my view. Two, I think it's fair to say, Mike will correct me here if I'm wrong, I think it's fair to say that Iran is the only country on the planet that still itself conducts terrorism as a tool of statecraft against its neighbors around the world. The IRGC Quds Force conducts terrorist acts. That's not a good thing. Three, Iran supports international terrorist groups. Hezbollah could not exist without the support it gets from Iran. And just a reminder, prior to 9/11, Hezbollah killed more Americans than any other terrorist group on the planet. Four, it is Iranian state policy. It is Iranian state policy for the state of Israel to be wiped off the face of the planet. And if you don't believe me, just listen to the Supreme Leader. He says it all the time. He actually has a 9 or 10-point plan to destroy Israel. You can Google it. Supreme Leader, Iran, Israel, 9-point plan, and you'll see it. He claims it's nonviolent. I don't know how you remove a country from the planet without violence, however. And then you put the nuclear program on top of all that. So this is, I believe, a strategic threat to the region and a strategic threat to the United States of America.
And do you see any indication that Iran has changed their tune?
No, not at all. And I think the proper response is that we push back on malign behavior in the region by Iran. We have to show them that we're going to stand up to them. That will send them a very powerful message, and it will send our allies a very powerful message. Right now, our allies think that they're all alone against their version of the Soviet Union. And that's not too strong a statement, Congressman.
Thank you. And really